your plans either link into a vision for the Compton Creek watershed, if that's an appropriate link to make, or plans for the city of Compton and for surrounding communities.
May I add something too? Because I do know, I think the question came up, and I'm not sure who asked the question. I think that my voice pretty much carries. But we meet every first Thursday at City Hall in our community meeting room at 9 a.m. and we welcome the input of as many people, because I think that as many ideas brings balance to the project. And we're preparing to go to Washington, D.C., and we're meeting with our federal lobbyists. And that's how these monies come about. So we will be presenting all of this to our federal lobbyist, who actually meets with our congressperson, who in turn puts it on her agenda, pushes the agenda for the Compton Creek. So as many people could come out on the first Thursdays of every month, 9 o'clock, community meeting room at Compton City Hall. We really appreciate that. We appreciate your ideas. So.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Just with regard to the city in terms of implementation, obviously how it fits into it. When we had our plan complete in 2006, there were a number of documents that we use and reference in terms of bringing forth the recommendations. What we're scheduled to do with Phase 1 is to really do activities that are not as impactful and long-term, but can provide that immediate attention that the Compton Creek needs. But what I'm happy to report is the city is undergoing currently an update to the general plan. This is our 20 years is going to be up, and I have decided to add a new element to the general plan. The Compton General Plan 2010 is going to have an element that's known as the health element, and this is going to be probably the first community of color that actually has a health element that really deals with examining the healthy person. This falls right in line with what are some of the proposals in terms of creating recreational opportunities with the creek. So after 2010, or during 2010, not only will we have the Compton Creek Garden Master Plan, which is what is going to be implemented on the city level, we're going to elevate the creek and include it in our general plan, and it will be a mandate that the city now provides the recommendations in terms of implementation. So we will take recommendations from the plan, include them in the general plan, and it will be the expectation that those recommendations will be implemented. So we're really giving this the greatest consideration possible. As you all know, the general plan is one of the highest governing documents for any municipality, and because we're going to give it this level of consideration, we're really meeting, as they say, the rubber to the road type of activity, whereby we're really taking this and elevating it to a level where the expectations will be that the plan will be developed in accordance with what are the recommendations. The Compton Creek Garden Master Plan, in its beginning stages, identifies 3 areas. Ecological preservation, and that's primarily the area where we are now up to the next major thoroughfare, probably Alondra Boulevard. And then from Alondra north to about Compton Creek or Rosecrans, it looks at an area that we call civic pride, being the anchor of the city and the county buildings there. And then just further north to the city boundaries, it designates an area called recreational opportunities, where there is vast open space for the development of parks in conjunction with our schools, as well as Gonzalez Park, which, as you all know, abuts the creek to the west. Yes, I get my directions wrong. So as a result, we have identified these 3 strategic areas, and that's kind of the focus of the entire plan. And so we're going to recognize this and then move forward in terms of doing either ecological preservation, civic pride, and promotion of how do we interface City Hall and transit with the creek, as well as playing off of the existing recreational areas and continue to build upon that momentum.